Welcome back to Pastoral Theology 590. Today is going to be relatively short. We're going to talk about the idea of how to deal with addiction within your congregation. Now, in dealing with addiction, the 8-step programs tend to be your best bet, but most of them have become secularized. Now, originally, the 8-step programs grow out of the church. They grow out of one of the Oxford movements that developed this whole process, then got refined by Alcoholics Anonymous and have gone on, so on and so forth. But thanks to Greg Laurie and a couple other people, they have returned them back. So when we deal with addicts, what we need to do is either get them into a pre-existing group or establish a group at our own churches. A group where the addicts can lean upon one another, build one another up, strengthen one another. Now, the group I prefer is Celebrate Recovery, and they base their concept of the 8 steps off of the Beatitudes. And I'm just going to read through these today to give you an idea of what they're talking about. So the Celebrate Recovery 8 steps start off with number 1. I must realize I am not God. I admit that I am powerless to control my tendency to do the wrong thing and that my life is unmanageable. Matthew 5:3. 2. I earnestly believe that God exists, that I matter to him, and he has power to help me recover. Matthew 5:4. 3. I consciously choose to commit all of my life and will to Christ's care and control. Matthew 5:5. 4. I openly examine and confess my faults, my hurts, hang-ups, and habits to myself, to God, and to someone I trust. Matthew 5:8. 5. I voluntarily submit to any and all changes God wants me to make in my life and humbly ask him to remove my character defects. Matthew 5:6. 6. I evaluate all of my relationships, offer forgiveness to those who have hurt me, and make amends for harm I've done to others when possible, except when to do so would harm them or others. Matthew 5:7. 7. I reserve a daily time with God for self-examination, Bible reading, and prayer in order to know God and his will for my life and to gain the power to follow his will. 8. I yield myself to God to be used to bring this good news to others, both by my example and by my words. Matthew 5:10. You can use these principles to establish a group. You can do more research online. There's a really good Celebrate Recovery Bible out there. Get a hold of these resources. You can make a big difference among the members of your congregation if you establish these things. Well, that's all I got for today. Thank y'all and God bless, and I'll see you next time if the Lord wills and the creeks don't rise. Amen.